Let's do that. Then let's do that. We got Nebby, we got Tibber, we got Corvus, we got Druid. Welcome back, everybody. Uh-oh. I just realized how tired I am. It's Wednesday. It's the viewer suggestion. I've lost my paper. Hold on. Uh-oh. It's not like I've forgotten what we're doing. I just don't have a piece of paper to write stuff down on, which is important to have. I'm not going to use that. That's a good piece of paper. That's sticker paper. We don't want that. How did I lose a whole notebook? I used to have like 15 notebooks up here. We're going to do the viewer suggestion and the free drop. That's what we're going to do. Let me get some music started for everybody. Get that going. The other thing I wanted to do today is I wanted to do a art share. So if people have art they would like to share, we'll be accepting some URLs and some art posted in the art share Discord, and I'll share some of that today. So there's a link for the Aggie.io, which I can show off, I suppose. Probably a good idea. Bye-bye. Yeah, and that's it. That's what we're doing today. We're gonna hang out for a little bit. Let me grab a notebook so I can write down some viewer suggestions. And we'll get started. Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, Troll Blood Hunter. Hello, world. It's December already. It is December already. November went by quickly, I think. But October was so long, that I think it makes up for it. Yeah, the last week was super long. That being said, I don't think I got a single YouTube video out last month, so it was kind of quick. Let's start with some rugby. I'm gonna draw some rugby today. Man, the build up to Halloween though is also long. I think part of it was I had a handful of different events that I had to do. So like the build up to Halloween was a butt ton of stuff, and then I had to go to a wedding. So like I kept waiting for that, and then after the wedding I was like, okay, now people are coming into town, so I got to get ready for this stuff. And it was just one thing after another. Went and saw Alton Brown came to Seattle. I went and saw that. That was pretty great. One of my... I don't know if Alton Brown is a hero, but I enjoy him. I enjoy his cooking, conceptual stuff, and comedy. It's pretty good. Remember Halloween. Hirokokra. Barbarian. Any new video plans? Yeah, I actually have 3 videos in the works. Yeah, not counting the Artist Arcana. The artwork is done for them is the problem. I have 3 videos artwork done, and I just have to make them into videos. And I've been trying to do it for the last month. I really wanted to get the. I have 2 Why You Should Play videos, basically done. I just have to actually film them, or record the audio for them. And then I have a new Blue Team. I want to get the Blue Team videos out, which is half edited. And yeah, it's just last month, like I said, it was not too fast. It was just so much shit to do. It was nonstop. I did take some time off on Thanksgiving, which was good. Like, I think I needed that. But yeah, every time I take like 3 or 4 days off, I just feel like, shit, I should have got these videos done. But usually I take days off because I'm busy. And then this week I was going to try to get the same video done again, and I'm like, I'll do it on Tuesday, which is I stayed up way too late finishing up the Soul Witch project, which is effectively done now. And now I have to wait until the actual like video game portion of it starts ramping up. And I'll keep you guys up to date on that. So, yeah, so that's going. Hopefully I won't draw too many more witches. I think I have to do one more promotional witch for them. No one requests a witch. I guess you could. You could request a witch if you wanted to. That'd be fine. You should draw a team of rugbies, all in positions of football-sized goblins. I could. Yeah, that sounds like a commission piece, though. I just finished up a Blood Ball commission. That was interesting. I had to actually learn a couple different things about Blood Ball. Blood Ball, it's effectively like, hey, we could use all our Warhammer 40k figures to play football. Let's do that. And it's pretty funny. But I finished that up yesterday or the day before. That was for a personal friend, so he got a little he got snuck in there on the commission list, and now I don't know when I'm going to be able to take commissions again. I have to finish writing up. Today's just me talking about all the projects I have way no time for. Yeah, more highlighter messages. Brian, member for 20 months. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Brian. I appreciate that. How is everyone today? The Blood Bowl miniatures are so good, though. Yeah, they are. They're pretty good. Thank you, Brian, for the 20-month subscription. I do appreciate that. I'm also working on the other... So many great things are happening here at the Rookzer0 station. Actually, you know what? I'll share that with people. Hold on a second. Let me find this real quick. So I want to take all of the Why You Should Play videos that I've made, not all of them, but a lot of them, and basically make a coloring book for all of the YouTube and Patreon members. So that's my plan. That's my plan that I've been working on for the last week or so. The issue I'm having is like, how much of the pages do I need to fill, and just like fiddling with it. But hopefully I can get that done in the next week or two, and publish so I can send those out for Christmas. I think that'll be really fun. And then if people do want that, I'll have those available for sale on Amazon, because I think I'm just going to Amazon publish it. Beyond that, I just it's not for sure yet, but I am in talks with another book publisher to try to take some of the work I did a few months ago and actually produce it into a drawing tutorial book. So I don't know when that'll be out, if that'll be out, when we're going to do that. But if I do get that contract, that'll be the next 2 months of my life. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah. So there's tons of stuff just all over the place, and it's amazing, and I'm super happy about it. And I'm just really busy. A baboon Venara necromancer. I like that. A baboon necromancer. You know, you only get one suggestion. Pathfinder suggestion today: Strix Investigator. Also, I recently drew something in the art share, so that's cool. Cool. Okay. Strix Investigator. It is today, or this week is also Comic-Con, the Emerald City Comic-Con. So I will be going to that on a day that I'll tell people that I'm going on that day. I don't know if other people are going. If they are, cool. Maybe I'll bring some stickers with me, and if people find me, I'll give them stickers. That's probably my plan. I hope I can do that. They might kick me out. I don't know. Who cares? Can't stifle the Rookzer0. Too powerful. Too powerful. Yeah, like that's the thing. I don't really care. If they like ban me from Comic-Con, you know that would be a bummer, but whatever. If it means I can get stickers to the people, totally worth it. Totally worth it. How dare you bring this D&D crap in here? Okay. Where are we at here? No. Blood Bowl is literally fantasy football with orcs and elves. Yeah, that's kind of the interesting thing about it. Like, it's really funny because when people ask, what is D&D? It's like, well, it's fantasy football, but for nerds. And if they're like, what's fantasy football? Then it's like, well, it's D&D, but for not nerds. It's effectively the same thing. I don't want to make a character. I just want to pick a character that exists in real life and make them do things. Great. Fantasy football. Oh, Lord, I need that book. It's definitely going to be interesting. I'm excited. I'm excited to see where we go with that one. So I hope I can get that going. I was super stressed out about the book because I'm like, I'm not great at writing. It's like really one of my weaker points. Like my thesis was, when I did my master's thesis, it was 60 pages of just like fingernails on chalkboards. So, yeah, I really like this color. Or thank you, Brian, for the donation. I appreciate that. I do appreciate it. I should probably do some push-ups. You know what? Let's do it. I keep saying probably should. Let's just do it. Is fantasy football an American thing? Yeah, I think I don't know if it's directly an American thing. But it's effectively you pick characters, you pick football players, and then depending on how well they do during football games, your team gets points. So you can basically make your own custom football team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hello, Skip Cat. Oh, why are you down on the floor? Okay. All right, push-ups done. Close that. Look at that. Let's start off. Let's look at the art share real quick. I'm gonna start. Drew, do you want me to share your drow? Okay. I don't know if I like the swipe. Oh God, that's not what I wanted. That's fine. Yeah. So if people would like to share there. I can't talk right now. There's no talking. If people. Yeah, thank you. If people would like to share their art, or you have like a link to your Instagram, or when I'm sharing your art, you want to share it and link to your Instagram. Let me know. I think since we're on YouTube today, I think I have to be the one to post that. So if you'd like to post your art with a link to like your Instagram or something, just post that one link. You get one link underneath your artwork, and then we can transition that into the studio. But this is by the Bluest Druid. Yeah, there's no context with it, so it is awesome. That was your DD character? Okay. That was great. Yeah, it was very cool. I really love the little details in the leather. Like a lot of little... Right. Dr. Random, yes, today is Art Share Day. Like I said, you can submit one piece of artwork with a link to your ArtStation or social media, whatever. And we'll take a look at those. So, Dalcor shared some stuff. These are great. Dalcor's not here, though, so I don't know if he wants me to show those off. Those are pretty good. Burning's been doing a whole bunch of cool stuff. Nice little character board. I would shout out Burning, but Twitch, YouTube and Twitch are different. So if you're not checking out Burning Palace, I don't know if he was streaming last week or not. Really cool. I love all these little, like, the broken down spell component pouch. I think that was a really cool idea. Really good work here. Nice little details in the book. Witch and Familiar. Very cool. KimmyCat10. I posted on Thanksgiving that I wanted to do an art share, and I told people to just submit their rugbies. And I don't know if KimmyCat know what a rugby is. So we have rugby playing turkey. Or a turkey playing rugby, I guess. Which is funny. It's a really good picture. But it's definitely not a rugby. Technically, this is what I asked for. So, really well done. Yeah. It was done very quickly because I asked for it and this popped up like an hour later. So that was really cool. And then I think KimmyCat posted something else too. Yeah. This is really cool. I like the dragon eye. Very cool. Very different, which is interesting. I'm wondering if it's just a time thing or like the lighting in this one is really, really dramatic. And I like it. Turned out really, really well. Yeah. Very cool. I also love the color. I wonder if maybe I don't know if people want to work in progress or like I should have done. We should do this today. Will be an art share, and then maybe next week we'll do a critique so people can submit stuff for critique. That could be fun. But yeah, so that's good. Then Warbrush we got here. We got some long snoot kobold, which I'm super excited about. Lots of great cross hatching here. Color version as well. It turned out really well. I like the little beard. It's pretty good. Super rushed even for me, Dr. Random. Let's see what we got here. Thanksgiving Day rugby. Oh, it's sideways. I can tilt my head though. Cooking for dummies. Did he explode the chicken? Did he cast a fireball on the chicken? Because that sounds like something rugby would do. But I like that. I like the silhouette. Yeah, got the nice rugby shape in there. It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Optic Girl 97. This one's super good. Really, really soft coloring on the lines. Like that's impressive. I like that. I still struggle with that a lot. You can also see like the far back doesn't have lines. So really you're going from like no lines to having these nice kind of colored lines, which I just can't. I don't know how to do it. Something I've tried many times and never been able to figure out. So very cool. Also the hair knot is super great. Lots of good little details in there. Mm-hmm. Mr. Sai, it is request day today. We're doing a quick art share, and then we'll get back to the viewer suggestion. Yeah, you can see a lot of like really good line work here. Like, you can see the outline and then the paint over that line. So that's a lot of layering, which is really good. Really good job. I like the little detail and being able to split those apart is a really cool idea. Let's see. Lexus. Necron paintings. This is great. There's so much little detail work. I love it. I love all of these. Oh. Oh, I want there to be a way for me to like hurt telemarketers. Sorry, I got a phone call from the Idaho Power Company asking me about my car's extended warranty. So something's not true there. Let's see, yeah, so good, so good. I love the little detailing on the back here, like getting those little dots all the same color with the gold. Great work. These look great. These are all awesome. Super jelly, yeah, super jelly. That brush control, like oof. The color variation on the orange, so good. Great dry brushing, good job. Good job. Tixel, we got a little kobold here, a little kobold dragon boy, big poofy tail. I assume it's not poofy, but it's like, you know, it's the what is? I'm trying to think of the lizard that has the big. It might just be a gecko, yeah, gecko tail. Leopard gecko. Cool. Yeah, no, it looks really good. Yeah, like the belt, little accessories here, the ring and the bracelet look great. Like they're really proportioned well, which is kind of hard with rings sometimes, like finding the right bend of the finger. I think these did a really good job. Really good job there. Mayo, Silver Girl. We do have a Twitter link. I don't know if that will actually show. It might not. Let me look. Let me see what happens. Nope, that goes away. Oh well. So people can go to that link if they like. It's in the Discord. Go give Mayo a follow. Lots of cool little pop arty things. I love it. Silver Girl. Yeah, that's really cool. I like that a lot. Yay, art. Yeah, give those a like. Go check those out. Feel free to do more art share stuff if you want to post stuff in the art share or the work in progress. Maybe we'll check back in like 30 minutes or so. But let's get back to the viewer suggestion. We'll get that out of the way. Thank you everybody that did submit it. And we'll I think we'll try to do this more. You know, at least once a month, we'll try to do an art share, maybe a work in progress day. I do also need to back to the regular schedule. More rugbies. Let's see, we got an otterfolk with a honeypot. That's very specific again. All right. Not doing fan art. Ender's Eyes, what's it called? It's a Minecraft stream. Oh, he's a Minecraft stream. Okay, cool. Alright, let's do that. Alright, Troll Blood Hunter, which I like. I do like that a lot. Yeah, thank you again, everybody that did submit something. Is that a stoned rugby? Is that what's going on? Oops, I didn't transition that. There we go. Okay. Look it up. I don't know how I want to do this. Yeah, I think we're just gonna go. We're gonna go full blown. Might as well go Warcraft troll, because that's what I like. Yeah. And they've been drawing those trolls for so long that, like, it's classic. The Warcraft. I think they're troll axe throwers were in Warcraft 1, I think. Where they spear. Warcraft 1 came out a long time ago. Long time ago. I do want to do this. Dr. Randall, let's see. We got about an hour and 20 minutes, and I have... Yeah, I can do one more. I think we can do one more. It gives us about 10-20 minutes per picture. Yeah, picture-oo. Hope everybody's Thanksgiving went well. I think that was still last week, right? Mr. Jonas, welcome, welcome. Yeah, just the draw today. You have a table full of sandwiches? That sounds awesome. Gotcha. I don't know if I told you guys this story about Subway sandwiches. It's not real bread, yeah. My mother was a youth coordinator for a church for a long time. Long time. And so whenever she would do a fundraiser or a big get together or something, she would always order those huge, like 6-foot long sandwiches. And Subway just brings them in boxes, put them on a table. And so what would happen though is at the end of the day there would always be like half of one of those left. And so we would just like, let's just take it home. And so I would have like 3 feet of a Subway sandwich that I would just devour over the course of 2 or 3 days. It was amazing, and I love it. It's like it's one of my fond memories of my mother being a church lady. It's just like, hell yeah, it's Subway day, and it's not the best food by any means, but like just that nostalgia of having 2 feet of sandwich is great. Yep. Yep. You can indeed. 3. You guys don't do Subway catering? You can't order whole lasagnas from restaurants or like what was it? I did a lot of catering. I did a lot of catering stuff when I was younger. And I worked at a barbecue joint, and so you could buy trays, right? Like a big 2 gallons of pulled pork or like ribs by the pound. And I remember one of the things is like, how much potato salad do you want? 1, 3, or 5 gallons? And it's just like walking around with 5-gallon buckets of coleslaw and stuff. Yeah, when I worked... Yeah. So, I remember when I worked at the Italian restaurant place, one of our biggest customers for dining, or not for dining, but for... what's the word I just said? Catering. Catering, yeah. I would always be the one that have to deliver it because I was the only one that had a car. What would happen is there was a drug rep for some pharmaceutical company, and every week he would go to a different doctor's office and order, like, I want 2 lasagnas and like 15 plates of spaghetti and like 10 loaves of bread. And then I would have to drive down to the next town over and just like, here's a giant plate of spaghetti. And so that was what I did. That's what I did for a few years. It was great. Western themed Dwarven Ranger. Yeah, man. Oh, it was so good. I mean, that's also... I've also done things like Stone Rugby. You seem to do so. Touche, Tipper. I've also done, like, I had a friend who would host luau's. His parents would host luau's from time to time for, like, school events. They were from Tonga. It was great. But because of that, there were a few times that I had to go get and transport a whole pig. Yeah. They would roast it and then we'd put it in. One time we didn't have like a cooler or anything to do. They didn't break it down, so we had to get the whole pig, put it in the back of a truck, drive it to the house,
and then they broke it up there. And in the process of doing that, we basically just got like gallons of pig juice in the back of this truck, and it was awful. It was awful, and it was impossible to clean. Yeah. Yeah. So essentially it's a giant picnic with a whole pig is cooked, and that's what we would do. They'd cook a whole pig in a pit, and then they would also people would just bring stuff like a potluck style thing, and it's a big barbecue, yeah. Well, I guess we consider, picnics for us picnics and barbecues are kind of the same thing. It's just whether or not your picnics, you would bring food somewhere, and barbecue, you cook food somewhere. But you can definitely barbecue at a picnic. That's something that you can absolutely do. I have, this is maybe some new Rook information for people. I have like well over 100 cousins. Like direct cousins, because I have a huge extended family. So yeah, whenever we would do like picnics or barbecues, it's like we take over a campsite, we take over a park, and that was our big thing. Yep, insert large Catholic family joke and then move on. Yeah. I have many cousins. And now that I'm older, my cousins have kids, and it's like, do we add that into the cousin count? I guess those are second cousins? I don't know how that works. There's a lot of them. Yeah, so I have a lot of first cousins. Yeah. Whole hog. Yeah. Whole hog. No, there's a couple different cultures like in America for it, because some people are like very much into family lineages. So it's like knowing your first cousin's mother's second whatever is for some reason really important to people. And yeah. And so, like, I know, especially, like, Druid, maybe you'd have a more, like, Utah is super into it for religious reasons. But, like, yeah. Genealogy. Yeah. Yeah. I think I have effectively my great grandparents on my mother's side. All of them, excuse me, frogs. All of them came over from Germany. So like that's as far back as I go. Like I don't know anything beyond that. And so it's just like nope. I'm sure my mother does. I'm sure my mother has written down somewhere. But effectively, like, my great-great-grandfather, and his brother moved here. And then their family existed. So, like, that's as far back as my lineage goes without me having to, like, start digging and stuff. And I think that's something my mother's really into now. She's trying to find all that stuff out, but it's not something that I'm aware of the answers to. Nice. All right. There is this. What do you mean? I'm confused about that. I had to draw mayonnaise and a skull, I think. But yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, we don't have that on YouTube yet. Ah. That's right. Huge families are fun. Half of mine are massive. So the traditional family gets together involves us either rotating turns on the table or finding a spot. Zero. Yeah. Yep. Yep. I remember when I was really young, we used to all go to my grandparents' house for Christmas, and we would all chop wood. Like that was the thing. It's like, okay, we're here. We got to chop wood. Let's get it going. And so we would do that, and we would restock their house. But then after I was, I don't know, 10 or so, it's like there are too many people. There's not enough places in this house. And like people had to start bringing trailers and tents and stuff. And it's like, it's too cold. We're not doing this anymore. So then it became like 3 people can come to grandma's houses for Christmas, and that's it. 3 families. And then everyone else had to figure something else out. So yeah, we didn't do that for a while. Pretty fun. Pretty fun. We're going to put a sword here, and then I'm going to call it. I think that's probably good. There's the Blood Hunter. Yeah, we did it. Troll Blood Hunter. She's covered in knives. Covered in knives, ready to cut. What weapon should he have? Is that what you're asking? What? Glaive would be pretty good, yeah. If someone's cheesing an Aarakocra, it's definitely a glaive or a bow. Barbarian. I have barbarian murmur written down. I don't know what that means. Oh, baboon. Yep. Venara Necromancer just turns into oh, that's it says baboon, and then it says necromancer. It's been a while, Jonas. It has. I'm good. I'm just tired. I'm tired. I'm always tired now. Hopefully. Yeah, I pulled an all-nighter 2 days ago, which I've not done in a long time. Every now and again, I'll try to get a video done the next day, and I'll have to stay up till like 2 a.m. or so. But I stayed up till 4:30 the other day, and I had to wake up at 7, and I was just like, argh! So I'm still recovering from that, but I've made it a point to like tell people to sleep, right? Like sleep is super important. And like I'm functionally able to do that once in a while, but it's not fun. But when you normally go to bed at like 10 or midnight, it's jarring to all of a sudden have to stay up later. And it made me realize when I was working for the restaurant, basically every Sunday I would have to wake up at 5 a.m. to go to work. And so having that one day a week, like, just used to break me. Like, one day a week, you don't get any sleep. Was, I think really, really detrimental for my health and my mental attitude. So, you know, sleep is super important, guys. Make sure you're getting enough sleep. Whether or not you stay up, like, staying up really late is fine, because like when I was younger, I used to work until 2 a.m. every day, and then that was my schedule, so it was fine. But making sure you're getting enough sleep is super important. Super important. That's my PSA for the day, everybody. Sleep. Make sure you're getting sleep. Is your sleep schedule getting more appropriate, or is it still all... Oh no. Oh no. Well, see, but that's what I'm saying. Like, are you constantly going to sleep at 4? Because that's okay. If you're a night owl, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. And I think that's okay. Yeah. I've talked to people before, and they're like, oh, you only stayed up till 3, whatever. It's like, that's not normal for me. That's the problem. It doesn't actually matter what time it is. It's just a matter of like, you need to get some sleep, regardless of when you do it. Please do that. I remember my one of my college roommates tried to do polyphasic sleeping. I don't know if that's still a thing. Effectively, you take naps every 2 hours or something. You sleep for like 10 minutes, and then you just do that continuously, and you don't have to sleep. That's the idea. That's the basic idea. Don't do that. If you want to try it, look it up. Don't take what I'm saying. Effectively, that's what it is you take lots of little naps, and you never have to do full sleep rest because your body can just transition into it. The problem is if you miss one of those cycles, it screws everything up, and it just breaks you. And so he tried it for like a month, and it worked for him for like a week, and then he missed a few because of like papers he had to write, and it destroyed him. It destroyed him. Yeah. But people always talk about it because they're like, oh, Leonardo da Vinci did this, and Einstein did this, and they had so much time. It's like, great, I guess. I'm just gonna... Yeah, who knows? Who knows, man? I think it's full of shit. But... That's bait, is what I'm going to say to that. Don't fall into it. Please don't. No, I didn't. I said that's bait. Stop arguing. Am I muted? What's happening? Stop. Jesus Christ. All right, we're moving on. My Goliath fighter character is currently running campaign. It's usually the one... sleep. Oh, jeez. Okay. Wait, your character in the campaign is trying to get people to sleep because, like, you need to rest more, or you as a player are trying to get the other players to sleep more? Jack, how's it going? Work is stressful. Hello. Hello, Jack. Yeah, Jack, I hope you're doing well. Burns. Berm folk? What is a berm folk? Like a shrub? Like a shrubbery? A small hill folk? Oh, burb folk. Burb. With an I. Berm folk. Burns? Burbs? I always thought you were talking about like a road berm, like the thing on the side of the road. So maybe they're like little tiny gnomes that just live in in rain. Yeah, road fairies. This is pretty good. Burb. Yeah. Gutter fairies. That's a word I didn't even know existed. I think I might have to learn a new language. That might be my New Year's resolution. I tried a few times. I started learning Portuguese, and I was listening to all I was using Memrise, and then I started talking to my friend, whose mother lives in Brazil, and they got on the phone, and he started talking to her, and I was just like, well, not doing that. I couldn't pick up anything. It was terrible. So I might pick up French. Yeah, it does take a while. I was learning Brazilian Portuguese. I'm not an idiot. But no, I think I think the real problem was like I picked that just randomly because I'm like, oh, my friend speaks that language. I will go with that. But like I have no other use for it, so I didn't really care about it. I didn't really care about doing it. Whereas like now I have a friend who is basically their kid is going to be bilingual French, and it's like I should probably learn that then just because. And that wouldn't be a bad language. I could do that. I could try to learn French again. I have some Spanish. What's up? Nice. Enjoy. Jonas is off to maybe see if his character has been replaced. We'll find out. Yep. We've decided we don't need the barbarian anymore. No. Tip. As a person who spent years learning French, it's a gutter language. It's violent sounds. I typed bird folk into the chat and it auto-corrected. I have that problem all the time when I'm writing scripts and stuff. What was the best one? I think, yeah. I'm trying to think of it. There were some really, really funny ones. I know Aarakocra didn't work. Like Google just when you're in Google Docs, Aarakocra is not a word that it likes, and it constantly tries to change it to something else. So the other ones. I think it came from the root word of cockatrice as well. But I can't remember now. I think Aarakocra came from like wind, a wind spirit thing, bird of wind or something. Because they're from the airplane. Yeah. The Babadooks. French is a beginner language like Spanish. It's not that hard. Yeah, especially for English, I think they're close enough that it's not terrible. I have already. Yeah. Nope, that was it. I remember growing up before core. What the hell was it? The new school system. I don't know if they still do Common Core or not. I grew up before Common Core. So I just basically had to pick electives. Man. Frogs! So many frogs. I had to pick electives. And so every year is like you have to pick something. And I think I tried French, German, Japanese. I took Japanese for a few years. Spanish. Like I just constantly took language classes. And it broke my brain a little bit. So it's fine. I'm pretty good at picking out languages that are being spoken, but I have no idea what they say. What's going on with them. Yeah, we had a... I had a calculus teacher from Japan, and like my whole study group was just like, what does she say? Like no one could understand. Her accent was super thick. It was really hard to follow. So effectively, we all just wrote down whatever she wrote on the board, and then we'd spend like an hour after class trying to decipher it. Right. Do baboons not have ears? Are they just tiny little nub ears? Or are they just covered in fluff? I mean, I know they have ears, but like, I can't see them. No, I'm good. Baboons have super interesting... We're talking about baboons in other languages. Kind of inner dispersed. Yeah, it's always fun when you get someone from an IT department in Texas named Carol with a really thick Indian accent. It's just like, Carol, I'm having trouble. Please repeat that. Yeah, I get that a lot. Yeah. Can you repeat that? What? I didn't get any of that. I'm sorry. Baboons are so interesting to draw and very difficult to draw, and I'm struggling. A baboon. Yeah. I have trouble with U.S. accents sometimes. Yeah. U.S. accents get really tricky. Yeah, I mean, if you can... if you can understand like a Southern Creole accent, you're good. Like nothing will ever confuse you. Yeah. Yeah, Irish is a tough one. Burglary. The brain is a strange thing. At the same time, I was taking higher level chemistry courses. I was taking Spanish, and I couldn't for the life of me wrap my head around it. But chemistry was second nature. Yeah, there's some interesting things about like coding, where that's kind of its own language, chemistry, physics, and so it's really funny when you meet experts that are just like super like the math teacher. When you sat down one-on-one with her, I couldn't hardly understand her, but like her explaining math as she's writing it down made total sense. Like I was like, okay, I can follow you. I don't actually understand what you just said to me, but I understand what we're doing. That's totally fine. So yeah, it's interesting when you see that kind of stuff. Physics, same thing. Our physics teacher had a super thick German accent. He was a really funny dude. Mr. Stumpf. If you're still out there, I hope you're doing well. Yep. Yep. Yum Yum the cat? Yeah. Yum Yum the cat. Yum Yum the cat standing on door, yes? Yes. Yes. Okay. Yum Yum cat on the door. Yes. And it's like, got it. Yum Yum the cat sitting on a door. What does Yum Yum the cat do? All right, I think that's our baboon necromancer. I think we're going to stop there. I'm going to erase that. I don't like that last part. What's the next one? Where are we at? Strix Investigator. You're working on that one. That's fine. Otterfolk with a honeypot. Oh, the Strix Investigator is different. Okay. Have we talked about this? That bears and otters are the same thing. They just have different shaped stuff. Nope. they are the same. You're telling me that these are two different creatures, Druid? They look identical to me. How draw bear, how draw otter. Done. Let's try that again. All right, let's do the Strix first. Yep. Bears, otters, and llamas, all the same. Yep. Yeah. I was actually a biology tutor. I was a biology tutor for 1 semester. I just realized now that the Strix that I would play is from Pathfinder. It's not from D&D. Because the Strixhaven in D&D are owl people, but the Strix in Pathfinder are harpies. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with the harpy. Yeah. So I'm going to stick with that, since this was Pathfinder based. Oh, I didn't get Guns and Gears. Is it for 2nd edition or 1st edition? Oh my goodness. Nice. The Beast Gunner. He shoots wild ferrets out of a cannon. Llama's just fluffy over otter. Gotcha. So it's a Monster Hunter gunner. Gotcha. I was never thought I sounded very Southern, but I was told, especially at college, I asked some people who have to double check what I said. So I can't imagine how difficult deep Southern must be to understand. Yeah, there's some interesting things with the English language, because we definitely have different dialects, but we also have different like contextual words. So some people, I remember just moving from Idaho to northern Idaho when I went to college. Some people just didn't know what the hell I was talking about. Like jockey box, that's a colloquialism. Yeah. I think that's fair. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it bothers me. I think part of the thing with Idaho is kind of weird. Like the Midwest got so filled late, I guess, like settled late, that yeah, it's mostly field. But it doesn't have, like, when you say soda in Idaho, people get that it's also pop. Like there's not the like what, but when you go other places that are just so ingrained in one way of saying things, people get really confused, and it's like, what are you talking about? Like in Idaho, when you ask for tea, you have to stipulate, do you want sweet tea or unsweetened tea? Because if you go to other parts of the world, it's only one. Or other parts of the US, it's only one type of tea, and it's like, what do you mean you don't have both of those? If you ask for a Coke, is Pepsi okay? Because they are the same. But it's like, that's cola. It's like, no, it doesn't matter. It's fine. and that's not uncommon, but I definitely, it's more strange to me because I've never lived somewhere that is distinctly one way. Like that's really what I'm getting at. Like creek, crick, right? Like both of those things when I was growing up were two different streams. Like, are we going to the creek or are we going to the crick? Like that's how we talked about stuff. Yeah, creek is a little tiny stream. $2. No. Doctor. Oh, yeah. No, does it just taste like sugar and vanilla flavoring? Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Coke is a colloquialism for cola. Yeah. Oh, really? Okay. Cool. What was the other fun one? Euphemism. Oh well, Coke had Coke in it. That's why. Like, what kind of weapon does an investigator have? They can use anything, right? They're like. I like that. I like that. We'll do that. We'll put a magnifying glass here. Rogue policeman. Maybe we'll give her glasses. Ooh, sword and cane. That would have been cool too. I'm gonna do tall. It's a flying cane. Is a cup of Joe coffee? Yeah, cup of Joe's coffee. People who ask for hot, unsweetened tea around here is always shocked. Tea is tea. Do you want hot tea, cold tea, sweet tea, unsweetened tea? Like southern sweet tea? Yeah. One time in my life, I asked for relish and I got sweet relish and I was upset. I was very upset. Sweet relish is fucking hot garbage. Yeah. Sweet pickles are the worst. Bread and butter pickles are pretty good. Those are slightly sweet, but like not. It's a 1-to-1 salt and sugar, so it's like still very, very tart. Yep. I want so much vinegar that's all I taste. I tried to give her like wraps down here, and I don't like it. I think I need to give her. Oh, I should have made her look like Velma. That's what I should have done for an investigator. Opportunity missed. Opportunity missed. I'm not going back to change it now. I've done my part. I was gonna ask. I forgot about it, but it wasn't on my high list because I only stream once a week on YouTube. But if you want to do that, we can talk about it. Sure. No rush. All right, there's our Strix investigator. Pew! That looks pretty good. What time is it here? Ooh, 30 minutes. Okay, what do we got? We got Otterfolk honeypot. Sure, if you want. No, I have not, no. Do otters have thumbs? They do, they're just not opposable. They got little thumbs. I mean, aren't you pulling it from the the pop-out chat? Because I can send you that link if you want the chat, just the chat thing. Okay. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, so yeah, that should be the same for YouTube. Let me see if I have that link. Hold on a second. I'll send you my. Where is it? Oh, maybe not. Maybe that's not the case. Because it might be just for this one video. But I thought this was the. We'll have to test that later. That's fine. No rush. Like I said, no rush. I'm gonna put a B on it. Galcor, did you want to go to Comic-Con this year? You want to come with us? That's fine. We're driving down there on Friday, so if you wanted to come with, I'd pick you up. All right, what was this supposed to be? It's just an Otterfolk with a honey pot, right? So I'm gonna give him some pants. He's gonna have some suspenders, some suspendies. With the fact that he doesn't have a t-shirt. Yep, Winnie the Pooh is a construct. No, I was giving you shit because they're drawn the same. Let me mansplain this a little harder for you. There was a day, I don't know when it was, we were doing a live stream, and I had to mute myself, look at Jump Rope, and be like, did someone just mansplain D&D to me on my D&D podcast? The fuck just happened? No, it was a long time ago. I did have one of the first few... Oh, maybe I shouldn't tell that story. That's not a good story, and it's not my story to tell, so never mind. Yeah. Nice. Wait, you didn't have a set of dice? What the... Ah, shit. I would have sent you one. Gotcha. Okay, there's my otter bee farmer. Yeah, man. We need more overalls. They never went anywhere. Yeah. Anyone know if given Goliath tribe would have musicians of any descriptions, or would it be like hands on deck to ensure the survival of the tribe? Not like, I don't know of a specific one, but you could definitely have. I mean, they're nomadic tribes, mountainous people. So like drums, horns, all of those things are, you know, classically traditional for people that live in the mountains. Yeah, big old alp horns, definitely. Yeah, because they would definitely kill. They're playing goat ball. They have horns, 100%. Vuvuzelas. Yep. Correct, yeah. Druid and Dr. Random both just basically came up with the same thing. Like, most likely have to act as a historian or a legend keeper. Would definitely be using music, I think, versus like handwritten things. Because they are nomadic in nature, generally. But once again, you can also just change that. Maybe you have a mountain tribe of Goliaths that are really good at dancing and singing. Like, who cares? Do it. Rock and roll. Okay, there we go. I think that's it. We got the Cowboy Wharf Ranger. It's 11:34. My brain is fried. I think we got everything. Did we do the Aarakocra Barbarian? You got that one, right? Okay, and I did the Strix. Okay, cool. Cool. No problem. Thanks for hanging out. We'll catch you later. Tomorrow is Thursday. I don't know if there will be a stream tomorrow. If I do, it'll probably just be pretty chill and laid back. I might be working on something. Probably working on the color book if I do. The coloring book. Effectively, my question is, which I think I can just talk about this a little bit right now, actually, before we go. So I have my pages, and I have the character art from the video. And then what I wanted to do is I was thinking about just numbering the pages, like having little designs up in the corner, and then like, dude, the guy. But because I don't have any real backgrounds for a lot of the characters, some of them have like, you know, the stylized backgrounds, but I don't want to put those in because it's a coloring book, right? So I don't want to print anything behind it. I could label the pages and just have like page 1 down here, and then maybe have like an item. I have like a skull on one, but I don't even know if I need that. I don't even know if I want to number it because I want to be able to like rip out the page and just have it for themselves. So maybe I don't need that. Maybe I'll just put the accent in if I feel like it's empty. and just let it go from there. I think that's all I need. Unless people really want more, I think that's pretty solid. Was also asking because I was having an argument with another player that said that the Goliath leading a hunting party wouldn't reasonably carry a horn for signaling purposes. Yeah, I don't agree with that. I mean, like, a signaling horn and a playing horn are two different things. So, like, that's an argument that could be made in that situation. Yeah, signaling over long distances I think is important, but I don't know how musically that is. That would be the argument. Like, maybe it's a really high DC, make a music check or performance check, but a disadvantage because you're using a signaling horn. Whap, 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 whap. But yeah. Otherwise, I think it's probably fine. And at the end of the day, it's up to your DM. And that's the argument I would make. Just be like, hey, so I have a signaling horn. Can I use that for music? What I'm gonna try. That's what I would say. It's like, I'm gonna try to make music with this signaling horn. What do I roll? Yes, isn't there? I thought performance was still a thing. Is performance not a thing? Because I would feel like foolish if I was. The other thing with this is something that I maybe I don't talk about D&D. If you're missing something like a performance check in D&D, I would always lean on your proficiencies. So, like, I do this a lot with alchemy. So if someone has alchemy, like an alchemist kit, or their character thematically knows something about alchemy, that doesn't exist in Pathfinder or in D&D. And so having knowledge alchemy, I can absolutely just use your proficiency, add a number to it, or I'll drop the DC to make up for how much you would know. So equivalent, like, so Kevin the Necromancer, his new character is an alchemist. And basically what I do is if they want to know, like, what's this potion? It's like you can either use spellcraft, right? And if you roll a spellcraft, it will be a DC 15. But if Kevin the Necromancer wants to use his proficiency in knowing about alchemy, I'll make it like a DC 12. Just because I think his character would normally have a +3, but it's not worth me conflicting his character by saying, like, okay, in these situations you're going to have, I can just lower the DC. Like, I think that's way easier, and you don't have to muddle up the players with it. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a need for consistency with it. So if you have a player that wants to do that a lot, like if they're like, my character's an alchemist and he makes potions all the time, just give them a skill for it. Be like, cool, you're proficient with alchemy, and we'll say you use your proficiency bonus plus your dexterity anytime you do that. Depending on what it is. Usually int, I would say int for alchemy, but you can always do those kind of things. I think that's totally fine to just make up a new stat, as long as it makes sense. Yeah, talk to your DM about it. Both lore games typically only experience locals. It's not like people large game is fairly common with both hunting and signaling. Yeah. I mean, if you're trying to signal a creature or something, I would honestly do that survival or animal handling. I think both of those are fine. And then having the horn effectively, if it makes sense, like if you're trying to do a duck call and you have an item that would help you do that, you get advantage on it or not. I'd like to mimic that wildebeest, but all I have is a Tupperware bowl. It's like, cool, disadvantage. Go for it. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, wow. Sounds like Young Dying Giraffe. Wow, that was an old pull. I just realized that movie's like 15 years old. Okay. It was from South Park the movie. Bigger, longer, uncut. If you run into trouble, make the sound of a young dying giraffe. And then halfway through the movie, they do that, and the guards go, "Is that a young dying giraffe? We should go help." And then they run off and saves the day. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. All right. I think that's a good place to call it. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out today. Thanks for sharing your art, if you did share your art. I think we could probably, let me double check, make sure nobody added any more to that. Sorry, no coloring on the dwarf. If you want to finish it up, you can, but I'm not going to make you. Well, I don't think you need to. I think that's a good place to stop. I'll post my stuff in the Discord and Draw. We don't need to raid anybody because we're not on Twitch. And yeah, thanks again, everyone, for hanging out. Make sure, I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. And now that we're moving into the Christmas season, streaming will be a little weird. I am going to take off the last week in December, maybe the last 2 weeks in December to, just do family stuff and kind of wind down for the week or the month. That being said, I do still want to do stuff, like I said, try to get the coloring book done, and we're moving into the new coloring book project. I just finished the Soul Witch project, which I have not been talking about a lot because YouTube is not really the place to be promoting that kind of stuff. But it is out there on Twitter, and you can kind of check it out later. I'll be posting a whole bunch of stuff about that on my Instagram and Twitter as well, if you just want to see that artwork. But otherwise, we'll be moving on to some new projects here this month and next month, and we'll keep doing this. We'll keep doing the free draw. Fridays, I'm going to try to do game days on Friday. That seems to be what everybody wanted. I'm not sure if we'll do this on YouTube or Twitch. We might do it on both. But those will most likely be like drawing games or playing just, fun games, whatever people want to play. We'll try to do that more Friday mornings. So performance or acrobatics. For juggling, I would definitely say performance. You could, because acrobatics should really be, they should be tied anyways. But juggling does not mean you can do a cartwheel, and cartwheeling does not mean you can juggle. So that's my argument for that. Otherwise, stay happy, stay healthy, keep your dice on the table, everybody, and we'll catch you next week. Bye.